So anyway, this is how we visualize the energy systems. It's the way that it's the same system acupuncture is based on. In yoga, there's like 7 chakras. In Tai Chi, there's just 3 major energy centers. And so let's start from the top. We have energy coming down from the heavens, and we talk about it as heavenly energy, but it doesn't mean that we're talking about heaven in the religious sense, although it doesn't exclude it either. But we have this, it's called yang energy. So everybody's heard of yin and yang energy coming down from above. And I keep making this reference to the night sky with all the stars and planets and things up there. You can kind of get an idea what's making all of this energy. And we have this term called Dan Tin that we use a lot, and that just means energy center or energy field. And the energy that comes down from above has this portal right at the top of the head. It's where that soft spot used to be when you were a baby. Some of us still have soft spots in our heads, but that's not part of this discussion. Anyway, so that's yang energy coming down from above, and that's called, they often call it Shen or spirit energy. And as we're playing with that, we're expressing our higher selves, okay? Then if we go down to the earth here, we have earth energy sort of radiating up to a spot known as the lower Dan Tin or lower energy center. And that's responsible for all the body activities, and it's yin in nature, and it nourishes, fuels, and cools the body. Then in between the two, the portal for, the major portal for the energy from below, up from the earth, is through a spot called the Online Gate, which is also called typically the bubbling well. And when we talk about energy rising up from the earth, you can visualize the bubbling well spots are right behind the balls of the feet. And there's kind of, if you're massaging your foot, if you get right behind the balls of the feet, you'll feel this kind of sensitive spot. So that's the bubbling well spot, and we visualize energy bubbling up. If in the center, what we call the heart-mind center, and that is sort of where the energy from above and below meet. And we often depict that with a yin-yang symbol, saying that, you know, this is kind of both things. And the heart-mind area is focused on the nervous system, thoughts, and emotions. In Chinese, they don't, or in this paradigm, I shouldn't just say it's not just limited to China, but that they call it the heart-mind center because it does sort of the processing almost every time you make a decision. Yeah, it's going to come from some of the cerebral input, but it's also going to have that heart connection, and everything we do, it kind of involves those two things. So they picture the heart-mind center right there, and that's kind of where the life force energy resides. And there's the upper field of energy, the lower field of energy, but in the black, you see these little lines radiating in all directions. That's sort of the life force energy. We often call it the biofield. And that's the energy of the living things that's primarily on the surface, but definitely there, okay? So we have, we talked about byway spot at the top. We talked about Kuan Yang at the bottom. Other portals for energy, a huge one is in the palms of the hands. It's called the Lao Gong Gate or Lao Gong spots. Each hand has one, and they are very sensitive to energy. And when Qigong healers, or when you're using your hands, or when you're healing yourself, you're using those spots to move energy around a lot. So Lao Gong spot, very important for sensing as well as emitting energy, okay? And then we have this lower Dan tin that we talked about. On the back, opposite your navel, is a spot called the Ming Man Gate, also sometimes referred to uh, as the gate of life. So that spot we referred to often, but it's sort of, it's still fairly mysterious to to a lot of us. So anyway, that's the lesson for today.